Should schools consider a total ban or restrictions on cell phones in the classroom? That is currently being discussed by school board trustees at a committee meeting as they look to revisit the current guidelines.
From updates on social media to phone calls and loud text notifications.
Do you find a lot of students are on their phone in class?
Yeah,
Definitely.
a lot of times.
Definitely.
It's like I feel like people need their phones to like communicate with like maybe their families or like if important situations are going on.
Definitely cell phones are a source of like bullying and distraction.
Mixed reaction from students outside Earl Haig Secondary School.
I feel like they are used for research purposes, but for the most part, personally at least, I don't use my phone for research.
Yeah.
If I'm in class on my phone, it's mostly TikTok and Snapchat. But at the same time, some people can't afford laptops and tablets.
Currently, there's no policy on cell phone use in the Toronto District School Board. Trustee Rachel Churnis-Lynn would like that to change, proposing trustees consider opening up discussions on the issue.
So I think we need to have a very clear policy that sort of sets the foundation for this, that sets the expectations.
The TDSB's Code of Conduct states students are allowed to use their mobile devices for educational or health reasons, though teachers in the classroom can leave it up to their own discretion.
But what we do know is that cell phones are a distraction to students. Not just other students in the class, but to the students themselves.
Churnis-Lynn says that there's plenty of research showing the negative impact cell phones have on teens' mental health, along with how the devices could impact their ability to concentrate.
Well, even as I'm talking to you, my phone did a notification. I looked over and I had to consciously really fight against looking at that. So those are the kind of things that we need to really think about and wrestle with as we create a policy.
The board originally implemented a cell phone policy ban in 2007, but that was lifted 4 years later. The board cited that the shift in policy would teach students how to use technology.
Problematic smartphone use is rising across the world.
Jay Olson's with the Department of Psychology at the University of Toronto. He says cell phone addiction, particularly among school-age girls, could have psychological impacts. But for an intervention to be successful, the school board will need to consider just how achievable it could actually be.
Lots of the effectiveness comes down to the feasibility and kind of how much the people involved wanted, the teachers, the students, the parents.
If the committee here tonight agrees to create a cell phone policy, that will go to the board for a ratification vote at the end of the month.